Hi everyone and welcome to the Yarnniffler podcast. My name is Sam. I'm a university student from Belgium and I love to knit and crochet while I'm not studying and sometimes when I'm studying, but at the moment it's very busy and I don't have a lot of time. First off, you can find me as Sam Wyffels on Instagram and as Yarnniffler on Ravelry. And if you look in the description box, just click the more or show more button and everything will be linked down there what I will be talking about today. First off, I want to show you my mug that I'm drinking out. So this is a niffler. So my name is the Yarnniffler. So a niffler is an animal who likes to burrow slash steal shiny objects. So I like to hoard yarn, you could say. So that's where my name came from. And this one, I got this mug from my sister for my birthday because of the Yarnniffler podcast. So I wanted to show you. I'm just drinking some sparkling water out of it. But yeah, I wanted to show you this. Okay, so yes, today I will be showing you two finished objects, one recently finished and one finished a bit ago. A couple of works in progress, some acquisitions, and then some yarny talk. Maybe upfront already, I've been talking about my journey these last couple of episodes. Last one I didn't because I didn't have enough time. Because it was really busy. Now it's been 3 weeks, so sorry for that. I will try to film every 2 weeks, but sometimes life gets too busy and it didn't work in my schedule. And actually, my journey is pretty much done for what I wanted to show you. All the things I knitted and crocheted before I really started using Ravelry. Everything after the last couple of things I showed you should be on Ravelry, and I hope to show you them in the upcoming episodes while I'm wearing a sweater or something that I've made in the last 2 years. 2 to 3 years, say. So yeah, let's start. First up, a finished object that's been finished since December. It was finished for Christmas Eve. So yes, that's been finished for a long time, but I only can show it to you now. So this is it. I won't be putting it on because it's really hot already here. It's around 11, so the sun has been shining all day. Now he is past my window, so I can film without sunlight directly in my face, but it has been warming up in my room. So yes, I won't be putting it on, but if you look at my Ravelry or my Instagram, there are some pictures there from this December when I first finished it. So this is the Koselig, I think, to pronounce it, patterned by 100 Acre Wools by Bella. And it is published in line 14. Let me make sure. Yes, line 14. So it is out now. I was a tester for this pattern in December of 2021 and I really loved knitting it. Let me just show you some more details. So as you can maybe see, this is the reverse stockinette side. So the inside is the stockinette part. So it is knit bottom up, flat, because it's a v-neck cardigan, and then you knit the sleeves. And what I did is I knitted the cuffs, then did the Latvian braid, and then turned my sleeves inside out to just knit them and not to have to purl them the whole way around. So there is maybe one part where I change it from the outside to the inside to knit it. That's like not completely smooth, but I don't think that is a problem. There is a Latvian braid above the bottom ribbing as well, with an interesting feature at the back. Let me try to show you. Yes, it is really pilly, but I will talk about that a bit later. So as you can see here, the dark blue and the gray make an X to shift the way the Latvian braid is going. You have that as well at the back, but that one didn't work out as well as the one on the bottom. And then you have a Latvian braid all around the collar. And you have this really interesting color work slash intarsia, you could say, because it's just only on this part with, as you can see, 4 bubbles. So yeah, that was really interesting to do and gives just something to look at a really plain cardigan. Okay, so the yarns that I used are from Drops. So the dark blue is Drops Flora, is a fingering weight held double, and then that's a dark blue in color 10. But those things are all linked on my Ravelry page. And then the gray you can see, the main color you could say, is Drops Nepal. It's a 100% alpaca, I think. Let me just make sure. No, it's a 35% alpaca and 65% wool. So it drapes beautifully. This is the color gray, you could say, or the number 0501. I knitted this in size 5, so it has a bit of positive ease, but not too much, and it fits beautifully. It's between a cropped and a long cardigan, you could say, like the perfect length to wear on some jeans as well, but even on a skirt or a dress, which, as you have been watching, you know I like wearing skirts and dresses as well, so that's perfect for me. And what did I want to say? Oh, I used a 5 and a 6mm needle, and I think I was 1 stitch off gauge, but I'm not completely sure anymore about that. And I knitted this in 5 days. So it was at the end of December, so most of my classes were getting done from the first semester, and then I needed to study. So yes, this was just like maybe my stress knit, you could say, but it's like I think it's a worsted or even an Aran yarn, you could call this. And yeah, I really loved it. So let me just show you again. I'm already planning on making one for my mom as well. She probably wants one in black and red. I'm not completely sure if she wants the black for the body and then the red accents, or otherwise I will ask her. But at this moment it is even almost too hot to keep this on my lap, so it will probably be pushed back to the autumn to just knit then as a fast knit and give it to her for autumn. And also, yes, maybe the buttons, I just have like these 6 buttons, right? And like a really dark navy, almost black. I was thinking in the beginning to put dark wooden buttons on them, dark brown, but I didn't found those, so these ones it were. But I had my swatch with me when I went to the store to buy some buttons to make sure it was the right color. So yes, this cardigan has been worn a lot. Oh yes, I wanted to talk about it. Oh, I put it almost too far, about the pilling. So it's better now, but as you can see, it has these really large pills. This is nothing about the pattern, this is purely the yarn. But I think, as you can see, it is overall not that bad, because I've, a couple of months ago, I was really irritated by all the pilling, and I just like, yeah, pulled all the big pills off of the sleeves. So I think maybe this is one of those yarns you can see here. It is getting really fuzzy. That just needs to be depeeled once, I hope, and then we'll see. So this is one of the things when now it's gonna get into storage because it's too hot for me to wear. But once we are getting back to colder weather, I'll probably just try to depeel it and then hope I don't need to depeel it again. So yes, I think that's all that I wanted to tell you about that. I'll make sure to link to Lina as well. And yes, it was a really good pattern. Bella was really lovely to test for. If there was a problem, in less than 24 hours, she got back to you. And yes, it was a really pretty fast knit, so that was nice as well. Okay, then my next finished object I don't have with me, and that is the House Pride sweater by Megan Reagan of Bad Wolf Girl Sits in It. This is one I have been talking about a lot these last couple of episodes. Yes. I don't think the first episode I hadn't started it. It's because I knitted this for my niece, my cousin. Yes, I get sometimes confused because in Belgium, in Dutch, we just use one term for nieces, nephews, and cousins. It's just all the same. But she is my cousin, so she is the daughter of my aunt, and she had her birthday in January. She turned 12, so yes, she is my oldest cousin and she's like a little sister to me. So for her birthday, my family and me gave her a couple of presents, and also I wanted to knit her a sweater. So my parents paid for the wool and I knitted it. I showed you in the last episode that it was almost finished. That evening after the last episode, I finished the bottom ribbing and then just went on to the sleeves. And then in the weekend, I washed and blocked it when I came home on Friday, and on Saturday I saw her. And then I gave it to her, and then the sleeves were too short. So in the pictures you will be seeing right now, that's me and my cousin. She was very happy to have it, but the sleeves were too short, and maybe you can see like, so I lengthened them. I did 12 rows of rib, and then 15 rows of rib, and then I lengthened them with 25 extra rows to make sure, and then I blocked it, just the cuffs here in my room, just washed them with some regular hair shampoo, and then laid them to dry to make sure that I can give it to her, because on Friday her little brother is with us after school, and she wasn't there, and I didn't have time that weekend to go bring it to her. But yeah, they brought it with them, and she's very happy. I saw my aunt last weekend, so this is 2 weekends ago, you could say. I gave it to her, and last weekend I saw my aunt, and she was telling me that my cousin has been wearing her sweater all day to school, so it's perfect. So it's a fingering weight sweater, and I think it's in Belgium, it's getting hotter, but sometimes in the morning it's still a bit chilly when we leave for school, and normally she bikes to school, so I think it's perfect for that. Then maybe some more technical things about the sweater. So I made the third size, but for the color I used size 7, because I made first of all the third size, but then it was like too high up on her neck and she was not sure if she wanted it, so I used size 7 and then used them just increased until I was at the right number for size 3. And as you can see, I have different patterns in it. One thing, I don't know where it is at the moment. Let me pause and come back to you. I found what I was looking for. I was looking for the chart. So let me just hold it here. This is the chart for the Ravenclaw sweater, because she's a really big fan of Luna Lovegood. I made that sweater. But probably you have seen in pictures, there is no crown here. I used the Deathly Hallows symbol, which is not really supposed to be at that place because it's a bit bigger, but it worked out with the number of stitches for the repeat, and she loved it. So yes, just after I was done here, I just did 15 rounds of rib, because she's a tall girl but has like a shorter torso, so she likes to wear some crop things, so that was perfect. And then just make sure the sleeves are long enough, and yes, now she's really happy with it, and I'm happy as well, because I made this for her. And yes, so I used let me just put these down. I used size 4 of millimeter needles for the body, and then size 3.75 for the sleeves, because the body is in color work, so I went just like say a quarter of cup of needle size down, just to have like the same gauge on the sleeves. And then I used a 3.25 millimeter needle for the ribbing. And the colors I used Filcolana Areta Classic, which is a sock yarn with this 75% wool and 25% nylon, and the yellow is called Yellow in color 200, and the blue is Azul in color 265. And I think that is everything I should have told you. I'll at this moment when I'm filming this, my Ravelry page is not up to date, but I will try to make sure everything is up to date from when I publish this episode. So yes, 2 finished objects, 2 sweaters, cardigan sweater. Yes, and I'm really happy with both of them. And I hope my cousin can wear it for a long time, because she will still be growing, but it has a bit of positive ease, and I still have some yarn left. So if it should be necessary, I can still lengthen the body, lengthen the sleeves when possible, whenever needed. Okay, then next up is my whips. First off are my tall socks 2. So I just like just some vanilla socks, and I don't really have an inspiration for the name, so they are tall socks number 2, and the next ones will be tall socks number 3. So this is in my Grocery Girls bag, which it is all my sock projects live in mostly, so yes, I think you know that already. Then here we are. So when I showed you last time, let me see, this is where my marker is. So this is one from the Grocery Girls who says, what says sock talk. So I was here, so like halfway through the foot, you could say. Now I am, so the heel is done and I am knitting up the leg. I'll probably, let me just fold this down, knit till I'm at that part for the leg as well, and then just do some ribbing, or if I'm bored I will end it earlier. Yes, I don't really have a lot to say about these ones. These ones go with me to campus every day, to the university. So if I have a couple of minutes here and there to knit while we are talking with some friends, I do that. And then I had them with me as well, not this weekend, but the weekend before that. We had a tournament for the canoe polo. I will talk more about that at the end. But sometimes I had to sit somewhere and wait for people, and then I just could knit. So that was really nice as well. The yarn I'm using, let me see, is the World of Yarn Himalaya. So this in color 4. So it's just a variegated yarn. It has a repeat in it, but not the stripes are not the same width. So yeah, this is just some vanilla knitting, which you need sometimes. Let me just put them back. Okay, then next up, I have my other pair of socks also in a bag from the Grocery Girls. And these ones are my Tokyo socks by Mina of the Knitting Expat or Knitting Expat Designs. So I bought Mina's club last year for going around the world in 8 socks, and these are the Tokyo ones. So last time I showed you, I was here, so where you see those 2 markers hanging, so say around here. So I was not completely finished the first repeat. Now I am on the second repeat, and I am increasing for my gusset stitches for the heel. And you have this interesting eyelet pattern and with increases and decreases, so this is nice. I'm using the kit from the Grocery Girls from Yarn Inc. in her, let me just make sure I say this right, in her classic sock base, and this is called Love Song. So let me just bring the yarn closer to you. So this is like a brownie plum color, I don't know, I really like it. And then this is like this pale pink with some speckles of yellows and reds, darker pinks, some browns as well. Like you can really, if I maybe show you the back, you can see it has lightly variegated, you could call this probably. So I'm knitting these toe up on with 60 stitches on 2.5 millimeter needles. Okay, that were 2 short whips. I haven't, as you can see, that is not a lot of progress, you could say, for 3 weeks, because it's been really busy and I don't have a lot of brain power. I also wanted, of course, to finish my cousin's sweater, but yes, this you have to look at the chart for every row. So yeah, I'm probably gonna try to finish the gusset increases and then just have like the heels. I don't need to think about those heel flap and gusset. I've made so many of them that I know by heart what I need to do. So I'll just probably just keep going and see when I'll get where I need to be. Then my last whip is very exciting. It's my ship shape. Excuse me. Let me try to articulate. My ship shape by Heidi Kiermaier. So here it is. As you can see, the body is finished. Well, let me just do it this way, and why not try it on? It is hot in here, so just a quick try on. Why not? I haven't tried it on since I started the sleeve. Let me come a bit closer. So maybe just come up a little. So as you can see, it just hits right around above my hips, so perfectly to wear on jeans as well, but even to wear maybe on a sweater or on a sweater, on a dress or on a skirt. So yeah, I started the sleeve. I finished the bottom ribbing on Sunday night and then started the sleeve. It's now Tuesday, so yes, 2 days of knitting on that already. Let me just take this off because it's pretty hot in here. So what do I want to tell you about? So first off, where you see this marker, this is where I showed it to you 3 weeks ago. So I in 2 weeks this is all I did, and then since like say the Wednesday of last week I just powered through the body, and then now we're on the sleeve, so finish line is coming closer and closer. So as you can see, yes, this is where I was this morning. So I have been knitting because I wanted to film my podcast, but the sun was shining too hard, so I couldn't film it. So I was just, let me just knit on my sweater. So yes, I'm just decreasing now on the rate they tell us. So this is Ship Shape by Heidi Kirnmeier. I'm making the XL size and I use 3.5 millimeter needles for the body and the sleeves, and I used 3.25 millimeter needles for the ribbing. I'm using Holzgarn Super Soft. Let me just, yes, I have one more ball. So Holzgarn Super Soft held double, because this is say a light fingering. So I'll get about a DK weight gauge. Held double. This is the color Venetian, and the gray is flannel gray, and the gray is on a big cone, as you can see. Let me just put it back. So I wound off a big ball of it, a couple of balls, so this is the last one I have. We will see if this is enough for the sleeves, or if I have to break the yarn and wind off some more. So this is my last one of Venetian, and then I'll just start it, say 1/4 or something of this one is used already, so I think I'm sure I'll have enough, and otherwise I just make a longer cuff. So yes, this is the one I have been working on the most these days, and I am really happy it's getting finished. It will be probably too hot to wear it, maybe in the mornings, because it's Holzgarn is a pretty lightweight yarn, so it blooms and it's lightweight but gives a lot of warmth. So we will see, or maybe on some summer evenings, that is when it's cold. Yes, at the moment I don't really have some future knitting plans, because I just want to finish this and then probably start something simple. I'm not completely sure what yet, so probably on the next time, maybe it's finished, maybe it's not, I'll bring the swatches I have at home for the different projects I have yarn for and I swatched for, or maybe something completely else, what's on my mind then, because I will be going into exam modus soon, which means I just need some things that are thought out. I don't need to make choices anymore about what I will be knitting. And then I have a couple of acquisitions I want to show you. Because it was my birthday, I turned 20 on the 10th of April, so about more than a month ago. And my family was asking me, yeah, what do you want? And then, yes, I just asked for money. Like, I got some from my grandma's, and then from my aunt, and from my godfather, and they would just buy something for yourself. So that is what I did. First thing I bought are two project bags. Let me just show you. So these ones are from the Blue Rabbit House. Yes, the Blue Rabbit House. So this is her business card. Let me come a bit closer, try to focus if it wants to. No, okay. So I'll just make sure to link everything down below. But she is an illustration business run by Eva Verkouteren. So she is a Belgian maker. So yeah, that was really nice for me to see. I saw it pass by, I think, by Inga of Knitting Traditions, bought a kit from her, and yes, I was just like, oh my god, a Belgian maker, let me go and see. And then I bought two bags. The first one is the large zipper pouch. So it has a boxed bottom with like this lovely green inside. And this is called Nikki. Nikki is a hedgehog, as you can see, and I'm a really big fan of hedgehogs. I also got Nikki on a postcard, so I will make sure, as you can see in the back, that's a big whiteboard with a lot of pictures and things, and also important documents, so I'll make sure to find a place for Nikki there. Maybe some story time. When I was little, my godmother, who is also my aunt, so she is the sister of my father, works to help rescue some animals and stuff, and there was a hedgehog caught, I think, somewhere. I was around 2 to 3 years old, so I just know the story from it being told to me by other people. And so the hedgehog, I think, was caught somewhere in a hedge or something, and they rescued it and then just had it with them for a couple of days, just to nurture it back, you could say, like give it some food and water and all of those things until it was ready to go out and adventure again. But they had to go on a trip or something, so the hedgehog was with us for 2 days, and I called him Egel Prek Prek Randa. So, like, say, so Egel is hedgehog in Dutch, and then Prek Prek is like it pricks because of it's in hedgehog. I think that's everybody understands that, and Randa is from like veranda, which is like not a porch. I can't find the name at the moment in English, but say like at your house you have like a glass encasing an area where you just can sit and watch outside. So the hedgehog was at that place in our house, and then yes, me. That was just what I say. So I have something with hedgehog since then. I got it. I got some stuffed animals as them, and so yes. When I saw this, I just fell in love and had to buy it. It probably will house one of my sock projects be one of my sock project bags. So yeah, we'll see. I'm thinking maybe about starting some colourwork socks, so we will see. And then the other one is Bo. Bo is an beluga whale, or Zeku, as you would say in Dutch. So Zeku means sea cow. And this just, yeah, I found this a really pretty picture. So it has this light blue inside and is a box bottom as well. And there is some hair on it. Yes, this is really pretty. This is just the project bag in the regular size by Eva. So yes, we will see when I start something, maybe a top that can go in here. And yeah, we'll see. So yes, those were the two project bags I got from the Blue Rabbit house from Belgium. Let me put them by side. And then I was like, yeah, I don't need anything else. I'm fine the way with everything I have. And I follow Molly of a Homespun House on Instagram, and she showed the kit, and I fell in love, and I had to buy it. So it came in this lovely bag. So I have another project bag as well, you could say. Let me get everything out. So this was the Woodland Animals kit in the soft sock base. So maybe let me just show you. So we have 5 minis. Oh, so from a Homespun House, dyed in Germany. So Germany is really not far from Belgium. So I'm trying to minimize the things I buy from like America and stuff like that. So Germany was a really good option. And this is the soft sock 5 20-gram minis in the girls just want to have fun colorway. So yes, I'm not sure what I want to make with it. Maybe some socks or something. Yes, but I really like the colors. This is one that's being a bit blown out. It's like a really vibrant mint color. That is not really my color, but I think it will go really well with the other ones, and probably have a look at some of Case of the Crazy Sock Lady stripy sock patterns and see what we'll make. So that was in there. Then we have another lovely project bag. So this is from Knitting Unicorns with a Homespun House. So you can see the logos here. I'll make sure to link to everyone. Yes, it's woodland themed. It has hedgehog as well. So yes, you know the story now, and I just fell in love and was like, I had some birthday money left, so yes, I bought that. And then last up was a stitch marker, I think from Simply Servings, but I'm not completely sure. I'll just make sure to check it out and write it on the screen for you. But it's a hedgehog and it's really cute, and I have been treasuring it to show it to you before it's on a project, but after this episode I will put it on a project. So let me try to get it into focus without me. Yeah, I don't really think it works like this, maybe. So it's a really cute hedgehog. I'm in love with him, or her, with them, you could say. And yes, so those were my acquisitions. Normally my knitting journey comes now, but I explained in the beginning I won't be doing that because I'll try to talk some more about the project I'm making. Maybe some shorter episodes will be handy as well for me in the upcoming months, because it will be very busy to edit them as well. So yes, and if there is anything you want to know, if you message me on Ravelry or Instagram, I will try to get back to you. I also have an email address for this podcast, so you can email me as well. So yeah, if there is any problem, just let me know and I'll try to help you. Yes. Then some live stuff. Let me just take a sip of water. Okay, so yes, it's been 3 weeks, so it's been very busy with schoolwork. A lot of lessons. Now we're at the end of it, so I have 2 more weeks, so this week and next week to go. But next week on Thursday and Friday there are holidays, so actually just almost 1 more week, say 6 more days of classes, with some nice things as well. So yes, everything is coming to an end. We don't have a lot of lessons anymore, so it's really time to start studying. And then so after these 2 weeks, and then we have 2 weeks of no more classes, and then the exam starts. So yes, everything will be going pretty fast right now. We're going into exam mode, so yes, study, 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 but also try to relax, watching some podcasts, watching some TV, reading, and all of that. And of course, knitting and crocheting can be looked over. Then some things I told you about the last time was we were going to Leuven. So 2 weeks ago we went to Leuven. Leuven is the city where I'll be studying for the next 3 years. So now I'm in Kortrijk, but I can only study here for 2 years of my bachelor degree, and then I have to go to Leuven for my last year, and my the 2 years for my master's I have to be in Leuven as well. So we went to see the campus. It's really green, really nice. So yes, I'm very happy. I have a place I will live there. I know where I'm going to study. So I'm really excited about that. We also had, the day after we went to Leuven, we had Cantina Cubana. So Cantina Cubana was like a small festival at our university with some DJs, some artists who came. We just danced the whole night, and then the next morning, that was on Thursday, so on Friday morning we had classes, but with little sleep we still were there. So yes, we did that. And then that weekend it was the tournament of canoe polo. So I kayak, but it's called canoe polo in English, you could say. So I'll make sure to put some pictures in to give you an idea what it is. So it's 2 teams of 5 players with maximum 3 reserve players who play on the water with a ball and try to score in the goal and just go at it. Maybe that's the shortest explanation that you can understand. So I am part of the youth organization, you could say. So if there is anything in between with the organization, we as youth have a vote on things as well. So I'm part of that. So we were there to help on Friday night. So it's a tournament on Saturday and Sunday, and mostly on Friday night all the teams get to Dekabus, where it was, on the lake with us, and then yeah, they camped there, so we had to make sure that everyone had a camping spot, everyone could park, all their boats could be where they needed to be, and then so that was a long day, but I could sit and knit when there was no cars coming, so that was nice. And then no, on Saturday and Sunday there were games almost from like say 7:30 till 6 on Saturday and until 4 on Sunday. So I was pitch responsible, so I had to make sure I had both teams who were replaying each other. Then I had make sure I had the referees as well. If there was a problem with anybody, I had tried to fix that. So yeah, I was just going around. But then once all the games were started, I could just sit in my chair and knit for a bit. And then after 20 minutes, when the games were done, just make sure that everything went smoothly. So that was really nice. And yes, what I wanted to say is, oh, yesterday I went to give plasma. So here in Belgium for the Red Cross you can give blood 4 times a year, but every 2 weeks you can give plasma. So it's all around half an hour. So you just lay at the machine and they so yeah, they draw blood, and then the machine filters the blood for the plasma, and then you get your blood without plasma back. And yes, that helps a lot of people, so I wanted to mention it. Maybe in your country you can do that as well. Here in Belgium we definitely have a blood shortages, but also plasma and blood platelets. So yes, those are things you have it in your body. You're like every 2 weeks I go there. It was now the second time, but I'm planning to go every 2 weeks, just for say an hour. I need to be there, and they help you. You get compensated. You get like these tickets where you can um, exchange them for a couple of things like cinema tickets and stuff like that. So yes, it's just voluntarily, but helping your community. So that is one of the things I'm doing as well. And then as I'm talking to you now, next week, so 1 week from now on Tuesday, I have my my bachelor thesis. We're almost done. We will be giving a presentation then, showing everybody what we did and telling them how it went. So I'm getting a bit nervous for that. And then after that, it's almost done. This semester, just some exams to go. So yes, I see that I talked for almost 40 minutes without even putting the journey in, so I'm happy about that. It will be not a super long one, but not a short one as well. And I hope to see you in 2 weeks, maybe with a finished object, probably with my swatches to show you what I will be working on next, what are my plans, and all of that. So now I'm gonna edit this, then make some food, and then study for the rest of the day. So I hope you have a great day. If you liked watching this, I would love it if you pushed the like and subscribe button. And I think that is all. Okay, bye!